good today, I'm good today. So turn it up and let the music play. Sun's out, not a single rain cloud in the sky. And Mrs. Green got a smile on her face. Okay, check. I'm feeling blessed, I'm feeling blessed. I got some bills, but got no stress. I ain't gon' stress. The cards was dealt, he holds the debt. Knowing that, tell me why I'm gon' fret. Switch it up, yo, como estas, muchacho, vámonos. Like the grill, everybody down for dominoes. Ha. Yeah, we having a good time. Everybody in the hood and it's good vibes. Good vibes every time we meet up. No one beefing, so we throw the piece up. Throw your piece up, celebrate your seed into the kingdom of heaven, cause we gon' dance the streets. Come on.
Woke up this morning and I think I'm gonna change the world. I'm looking back on how I thought things would stay the same. I know it's gonna be, yes I know it's gonna be a good day. I got sunshine on me, not worry about those rainy days. He will supply my needs, that's why I fully trust in him. I'll never go a day without you by my side, by my side. Woke me up this morning, sent me on my way, chilling with my neighbors. Man, it's
Lord, why Grammy been telling me come to church for so long? But I tell him I'm gonna make a bills to pay. Ain't got time for that. Lord, look at me now. I'm coming. Grandma, oh grandma, I come in the church. All my clothes them ready, all your friends they wait. See I get up early, I could get a fresh start. Going down to the altar to give the Lord my heart. Grandma, oh grandma, I come in the church. All my clothes them ready, all your friends they wait. Stop all the excuses, I need me a fresh start. Time for me to get it right, giving God my heart. Eyes of boss man waking.
One Kenyatta, Vashon, Gustavo, Romel, Ignatius Taylor. Grammy, I come to the church, buddy.
You don't get no signal, Elias. Yara. With no income.
Yeah.
Finish your introduction.
Thank you so much. We're so glad you're tuned in to Glory 93.9. It is 6 o'clock on the button, on the head, on the 24th of June 2025. We apologize for those who are listening to the station. We were off most of the day today. They're doing some major construction in the area. And so we were without power for the lion's share of the day. And so please forgive us for that disruption, but we're back now. I don't know if they set up notices when they do these kind of things. We don't listen to the stations that give. I think if they come in the area, they shut the whole area down, right in this immediate area, they should give you a little notice. You got to notice something, Tito?
No, sir.
Do they go around and like put stuff on the door or put a flyer?
All I saw was plenty.
Pike.
I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, I have feelings to go somewhere.
I think they're doing maintenance everywhere because they shut me down for an hour.
And maintenance, they switching poles. I ain't like the poles you switch though.
No, I mean I agree, but I'm saying, but I mean, what's the
give a
procedure?
hands up.
Do they tell us? You know,
No, they just say blink. You see one flash in and then go.
They before they cut you off, they in the area for at least 2-3 hours before they cut you off.
Not this morning. Blink and off.
But I mean, you know, or send somebody, give some flyers in the community.
But I can say one thing with them though.
What's that?
They fast.
Well, I mean,
they have like 13 trucks.
No, I mean, it's a million trucks.
So
I'm ready today.
Yeah, like back in there, you see one BEC truck circling for 3 miles in one area.
Now, when the other company had to change the pool, that's a whole day.
Yeah, but they ain't at the power, they ain't at the manpower.
I didn't even look to see what all they changed today, but I mean, we were down all day today.
I think they adding poles. They ain't really switching over. I saw them, they putting out
if
the
they
poles.
If they getting rid of the old ones then.
Yeah, so they put a lot of poles right next to the pole.
So they can get rid of them.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I mean, hey, I'm all for the upgrade. I mean, those poles, a lot of them they're on life support. So
definitely.
Cool stuff.
Some of them might be scared to drive by.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like in a lot of areas, things breaking down. I think, and it is because, and it makes sense they're breaking down because, I mean, most of these things, their life is like 25, 30 years. And in the mid-70s, early 80s.
Why we push the envelope with them, though?
Sorry?
Why we push the envelope with these things? Like if it's 20, the lifespan is 25, 30 years, we go straight to like 29.
Because they ain't broke down yet.
We push the
As long as they ain't broke down,
the life maintenance.
we keep it going.
We don't maintain stuff well.
Delton,
You can't hear him.
Carlo's complaining again. We can't hear him. Anyway, this is Barbershop Talk. We didn't even introduce the show.
Once we get here,
You're tuned in to Barbershop Talk live here. This is the hottest conversation you can find anywhere, the realest conversation you can find anywhere, with Denczil, Kenyatta, Carlo, and Tito.
We get everybody today?
We get everybody in today.
It's been a minute.
Switch it out. They can put it in the empty one.
And this the one day I couldn't have my tech person here to do the stuff. Up now?
You look. The Kenny has online. That's all we need to know. We necessarily need to hear ourselves, you know.
That's fine. I don't mind. But Sean couldn't have 2 minutes ago too, and that's okay.
I see you dressed in appropriate colors for what might have happened today, but didn't happen. But I'll leave that like that.
Or I just somebody. I wasn't coming. I didn't tell you that.
So why you put on that color?
I wasn't even conscious of that. I wasn't conscious.
That's how you know when you fall.
What I was.
You didn't even realize.
I didn't realize.
But in the deep of the deeps,
I know we talking about the date,
of the
right?
depths.
Depths of the. I get it. Oh, I get it.
I know we talking about the date.
You can do something. I get it. Let's.
But Delton,
Well, the color you
that
got on,
neighborhood
Sean.
was crowded.
With what?
Yeah. That's what. It was.
Oh my God!
After
I can hear
our
it.
live conference, MBLN, I can't believe unless I see with my own eyes to receive.
That's what it was. Volume is low. I get that now.
Okay.
Sean, you been in the conference, right?
Yeah, he was there.
Yeah,
You saw what he did with the car show. That's why I asked Delton to send me a pic. I didn't want to believe just your phone. I needed multiple pics. There's a reason why I asked for another pic.
When Delton said Tito that pick, Tito get depressed immediately, you know.
I didn't see it. Y'all sent in the group?
Tito's like, I do not believe
I didn't realize that there was let's just jump at it.
I
While
thought there's all that
we
catching crowd.
talking in circles. Let's go for it. Let's go
East
for it.
Side Connection or East Side Income. That's the thing that they call it.
Something. I didn't know what was happening last
whatever
night.
I was in the East.
There was apparently
Kenyatta was out there.
I was out there. I had to stop. I said, what is this?
You perform?
there was a major event in the Eastern Quadrant last night.
Did you perform, Sean?
No, I haven't.
I see Julian.
Throwing up the crab signs.
I was at, let me see where I was. I was at a Blaze, which is a teen what do you call Blaze now? I don't even know what to call it.
Youth retreat.
A youth retreat. That's it. It's a youth retreat that our church is hosting at Club Crush. If you have teens in your house and you've not signed them up yet, please sign them up. They're there from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. 3 meals a day plus snacks.
Okay, pick up.
Pickups available if you get them there at 7:30 at St. Reeves. We take them over.
If I can get them to CHUS, bro, I can get them over the bridge.
Oh, no, they ain't seen.
Not necessarily. And then what we do is, we did that the pickup service for those who, the challenge of paying the bridge toll for 5 days, 6 days, 7 days. So we took that burden from them, and they can just drop the
It ain't
children.
about
to
the
St.
toll,
Reeves.
it's about the ride.
Well, drop the children off. Drop the children off. It's amazing. It's an amazing experience. Anyway, so I was there, and my phone started going off with my brothers here in the Barbershop Talk group about some person thought they were seeing holograms. Does he call it hologram?
Photoshop. Fake news.
People thought it was AI,
Tito said that was last year.
The first person said to me, it was only, the first thing I saw from, I wouldn't say who name it was, Mr. Battle says only 4 people there. I said, only 4 people there.
Well, they could multiply good.
I say, well, who having this event?
Link up.
Who having this event? So I heard more and more talk. I say, you know what? When I leave this event on Barty's Island, I gotta drive through Sea Breeze.
When you get there, no one was there.
And when I drive through Sea
Hold on,
Breeze,
don't go there. Don't say that yet. Like before, I was driving through Sea Breeze too.
Right.
I had to drop a package off to somebody in Sea Breeze.
Right.
I say,
Just coincidentally.
I say what? Yeah, coincidentally. I say.
I don't believe that.
I say what the go here? Then I started to see some familiar colors. Then I started to see some familiar faces.
What familiar faces you see,
Then
Sean?
you realize you was home.
Then I started hearing brave.
Brainwashing the people.
I say, who brave?
Brainwashing the people. If you keep saying brave, you go to be a brave all night.
I say, hold on, I gotta, when I leave in this area, I gotta stop and see what's going on here. When I get out that car, as a matter of fact, I had to pull on the side of the road, because there was no place to pull on the side.
Powerful.
So what part of the road you park?
I parked in the road. I had to park in the road.
So any police out there moving, towing cars?
Towing cars? Police was
They
out there
get permission to
towing
use
no
the bar?
car. Police was saying, welcome.
now, I grew up in that area, and back then we had no events really. It was is amazing. I know Delton's field seeing that. I don't.
So where it was?
just feels strange.
On the park?
And if you know
Which park?
Seabreeze
The Charles
Park,
Carter-
right?
Charles Carter
Seabreeze
Park.
Charles Carter Park. It is it is a sizable park.
Yeah.
It is a sizable park.
Stop it, ain't no sizable
I
park.
thought
Stop it.
So I
It looks
thought-
small now.
it disappeared.
Morgan Park bigger
It
than that.
disappeared.
Nah, don't you, Tito. Stop that.
Morgan Park bigger
No,
than that.
sir.
Tito, you gotta
No,
stop.
sir.
Tito, you gotta stop.
No, sir.
Morgan
Morgan
Park
Park bigger than that.
is not bigger
Y'all
than
gotta
that.
add the
No,
back by the
sir.
bridge by the
No, sir.
Floating by.
the floating bar. If you add the floating bar,
I almost
Even if you
called
are-
the emergency
if-
services
if you-
because it had to be against the law and people don't want to pay like that.
Even if you include the floating bar, that's still bigger than
I
that.
almost called the emergency services, Tito.
Just so good, man.
You said
Just so good, man.
you said the Seabreeze Park is same size as Barbershop Park.
yeah.
Tito get lie.
You gotta add
Tito
the
get
floating
lie
bar.
and Sean get run out.
Then I start hearing things like, we don't just promise, we deliver.
What do you want to live on?
We don't
What
just
y'all deliver?
promise. And it was like, we deliver like echoing. We don't just promise. We
Last night, before that message came in the group, I got my bill for BEC.
You know everybody talking
BC and
about
open the mall. You mean BPL?
BPL.
Right.
BEC, BPL, all of them got me traumatized.
Right.
They licked me from the last.
Go ain't
Left and right.
only you.
But y'all deliver?
Okay, hold on. I need to have a survey now. We did it some time back. Listen, y'all share the link. Those who are online, I know some of you listening on the radios. But y'all share the link. Let's get the numbers up. But
My
we
Lord.
did a survey last time, and there was 1 billion people who said their light bill is cut in half and so low. We need to do a reassessment.
Mine's double.
We need to do wow.
But last year at the same time, yours was triple.
What?
Yeah, last
Is
year
your
at the
light bill
same time.
back to where it was last year at the same time?
No.
Chewing.
No.
But Pastor, we ain't hit
is
yet.
always the beginning.
We
But
know, hold on,
know
we-
in July.
We ain't hit yet. Yeah, you gotta
At
wait
the
till
end of
July.
July, we'll
That's
know.
when we can know.
That's when we can know.
Then I can bring my switch for them. Last
the
time I
end of
been in Yellow
July,
Bus,
you
I
can
can
know.
bring my switch. You gotta get some licks.
I need some updates now. Let me know how is light bill.
Everybody talk about BBL bill. In the office today, everybody asking
Yeah.
everybody, you give you bill? You get your bill? You get your bill?
Wow.
You get your bill? You
It's
get
back,
your bill?
it's back up?
You get your bill?
I
But I see one person bill, right? I see one person bill who get charged different from the rest of the people.
Where they live.
I can't say where they
No
live.
area, you can't. I ain't say exactly the area.
In the southwest side.
Okay.
So her fuel surcharge is 20 a fuel surcharge is 20 cents, right, for earning over 800, and 16 cents for earning under 800, and everybody else one was
What up, Buster?
24 and 18,
I die, you see online.
22 and 14.
I just say,
22 and
Tito,
18.
stop it, man. You need to rewire your building.
Tell him my house. That building probably 50 years old.
But the same 60-year-old building.
No, but the wire don't get more
Listen,
exposed.
the same building on Shirley, on 60-year-old building. The bill just was low. It just was 2 something. Out of same old building.
Yeah, 6 something,
1 month later.
6 something.
1 month later, before the rally, before the link up.
Because your air
My bill
conditions
going up.
are now
Tell much.
working harder
Tell much.
to sustain to keep the place cool.
Now
stop
you
it.
did have a change in your living over the last 4 weeks now.
No, it didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, it didn't.
You have a change.
Your routine
Yeah,
might not have
I,
changed.
but I ain't do nothing different.
Your routine
Yeah,
might
why
not
the-
have
Hold on, stop.
How you
Wait,
gonna
whoa.
add not do
Hold
nothing
on,
different
stop.
now, Tito? Come on
Say
now.
it again. Make that make sense. You add, but ain't nothing change.
It ain't making no
That-
sense.
Say
You
it
know what I'm
again.
saying? They said I don't do nothing different.
Yes,
I walk a door
That
so the
fridge,
exact
that
same.
fridge opening
that
more.
fridge opening more times.
That iron turning
More
on
people
more.
lying in.
No,
That
my
hot
crew
water
iron,
heater-
They just come from college. They
That
don't
hot-
believe in iron.
that hot water heater.
That's it right there. They warm.
They
They
don't
warm.
iron. They don't iron.
There's work.
They believe in wrinkle clothes.
Do they work? Do they work?
The hard water.
Your crew come from college. You see them as they don't iron, right? They
I
just
know
throw
my daughter's
Nah.
iron. Do
The hard-
you know-
Your son is iron? No, right?
Don't ask me no question.
they work? There's work.
Do you know before your room start to cool,
They
the
wake
AC
it.
has to pull the heat
Man,
out?
you
the
are-
heat
tell you
that is
all
in the
times
room,
let it get hot.
the heat that every
But
body.
Sean,
I don't let it get hot.
Sean, you going too far. His boys ain't waking yet. They warm all
He
day.
said they waking, and you said they pulling wire.
You got me? How you get Mr. Manager and you ask him already?
They ain't waking yet.
You think they ain't yet?
Are you asking you?
Mr. Bad Lows, what you think? If you got finger indoors,
Wicked.
and they,
Them boys just complaining about how hard it be. Sometimes they go to wake the other day. Sometimes
we
they
don't
waking.
listen. We don't let the house get hot.
Now they have added to your consumption, Mr. Battle.
Only food,
Not just food, Tito.
food and water.
More TV on.
Hot water.
More
TV don't cut off. TV don't never cut off.
So TV, they actually shut on all day.
All day.
That's probably why you'll be like.
But it was just low last month.
I see.
I don't
It
cut it off.
was less TV.
Chester Johnson said his bill is up by 200. Now Chester, the point there is now, and I want you to expose yourself now, but by saying that's 200, that ain't enough information. Because if my bill was $1,000 and it's gone $1,200, that really ain't much. But now if your bill was 200 and gone up to 200, then now.
They only double mine.
Chester, at this time, if your bill only
Let me
gone up
stop.
$200,
Mine
you're
ain't
doing
double.
well.
It ain't double yet.
You ain't even 4 something yet in the grind?
No, it's 5 something. It ain't double.
That's
yet.
double it.
So where you used to be?
You was 2 something you just
Yeah,
said.
I was something around about like 3 change.
Where you was last year?
Last year?
Yeah.
It was 11. High peak?
Yeah.
1,100.
Man, y'all come on, man. Y'all getting ready to bring up the Eastern Connection, and that's what y'all is? Y'all all right?
Well, hold on.
No, but
I
high
told
peak yet.
you can't judge till after July.
Exactly. And
After
the war
July.
going on.
After July.
You know they
then
can lie on the wall.
So how much you up? You say you double?
Yeah,
No,
I
not
double.
yet.
I double.
How you double?
All right, they little less than double. Like what, $30 less than double?
You double?
I gone from 4 something to 9 something.
What you change?
What you change, boy? How you going to
Family
buy?
My daughter to wake. My oldest daughter to wake all day. The same set of people who's been now.
I going to just box up. Box up.
Ain't
Sorry
nothing
about
different. Ain't
I
nothing
must
different.
go to work from 7 to 7.
You slaving them boys.
What we doing different?
You slaving them boys. They up there.
That one just come back from the next side.
Double, man. Y'all trying to traumatize me. I scared. Ask me
I
for
can
the
show.
bills.
I can show you.
Robin, we double too?
I can.
But he is not saying last year at the same time his bill was much higher.
But he's saying it's not peak season yet, Sean.
But it's still last year at the same time his bill was much
So
higher.
I can go back and see what it was last year at the same time.
Yeah, because y'all panicking me
It
now.
making no sense.
But I mean, I don't pay my light bill.
No,
Those-
neither do I.
Those kind of things is cause the pressure go up. So I don't look at them. The wife is on them.
What a time.
Yeah.
Delton said he's steadily going back up, steadily.
That's what it is.
But there it's supposed to be an expectation for the light bills to increase at this time. Because
was-
all the children who usually in school during this time, they now home. Huh? Yeah, but your house hotter now.
Boy, Delton, this
Yeah, you
is
see don't cut off? That's why your bill higher.
Delton. This is a big jump, Delton.
All right.
Whoa.
I trying to tell Sean. Y'all
Whoa.
listening.
No, Delton jump a little big. This
Exa-
from
Exactly. Now you see what I'm
This-
You
saying?
need to
Jay?
rewire do then.
What he did?
This-
He did the rewire.
Yeah,
this
he need to
Delton
rewire.
from April to June. Wow. More than double.
All right then.
Everything a double. Oh.
Overflow.
That's a big jump.
Who you telling?
He was trying to tell y'all, but y'all wasn't
Oh
listening.
boy, Elizabeth. we had called. What the prime minister called it? Energizer Bunny. We gonna give her a call. Find out what's going on.
But I really gotta learn how to read these bills, right? Because but I don't
Don't
want.
waste your time, son. They
Juliana is
guesstimate
saying
them.
something to you, Kenyatta. She says they just come out of school this week, so stop it.
They guesstimate them, Bill.
So we
And
in the office
they,
comparing, right?
you see all the damage they do in 1 week, Julie?
So this the kilowatt for fuel surcharge over 800, right? And this up to 800. The other lady, it's only 2 cents difference, but yours is 20 and 16 on a bill. So you're trying to figure out if you gotta live,
Why
you gotta
it's
be
different?
you gotta be living in a certain area
Yes.
to get a different rate.
Yes. Listen,
All rates should
when
be
my
the same.
house was hooked up originally, the guy told me I can't use the correct terminology in which he used it.
You have a billion for it?
He said that my area is turned up to 21. He said, why your area is so high? So he turned it down to like 18.
Now, she told you why so why because you changed them wires.
No, our area was turned up. Back in the day, it's one of those type areas. Shirley was Shirley. Shirley.
But that was
And so they had those people turned up to like 22, 23, while the people just quarter mile down the road turned down to 9 and 8.
Nayoshi, did you check your bill yet? You say yours is tremendously down and it stayed there. Because people talking about these new bill they get this week.
everybody crying with their bill.
But Nayoshi say, how does it move?
Nayoshi, you
But
were
she
doing
live-
something right.
That's the
And these
same man.
guys
That's
are
the
here
same man
and not telling the
who
truth.
say she have TV and fridge.
No,
Dinah.
Now, she been off the island for 3 weeks on vacation. It would be down tremendously.
Then Nayoshi's fly plenty.
But
And
they
I
can't-
know that's how
So-
you only
so
want
pe-
to talk about that blue wave.
We come back to that.
So people who live by themselves shouldn't be in this conversation.
Go back to Chester. Let's see what Chester say, producer. Okay, just check. Chester, you mislead us. You say you got up $200. You got up $100.
You just want to be in the conversation.
You go from 438 to 550.
That's still high.
And from 420 to
Come on,
550, that don't big difference.
Tito.
But it's all is out up, you know.
Yeah, but I mean for the.
You
for the-
think I can
how
get
hard
mad
it is.
for $100?
For how hard it is.
You shouting, Carlo.
I'll show you. I can't get mad for $100.
My schoolmate lives alone. She said her bill went from 300 to 600,
Oh, they robbing her.
and she traveled during that period.
Oh, they robbing her.
Tell her keep the iron off. When she finished, turn the iron off.
So
when
she left
she's
it over when she
finished.
went on vacation?
And she probably would not know house, buddy.
Tell her, stop cooking on that electric stove and get a gas stove.
Man, people ain't got no electric stove in the house, man.
Yeah, we don't do electric stove. You know, Bayman's, we believe
Come on, man.
electric stove don't cook food good. That food ain't taste the same.
People are lame, no. They don't need to get. I mean, I can see if July, if July is like this, I comfortable.
Well, look, I
If
can
July,
check.
if
I can check my
July
bill.
put me over what I show you,
If
Then
my
it's
bill
a
ain't right,
problem.
I got a.
it's a problem.
Yeah.
No, this I mean that has.
But every summer it's kind of this though. Let me see if I can find what it was in June last year.
What Julianne say after that, Delta? Now stop it, Peggy, and you know Andre's safe. They under the shadow of the PLP. You said Andre's get preferential treatment. Come on, man. Chester, Carlo. Carlo, Chester message you. Carlo, can you please save $100? I need that, please, and thanks.
No, I got it like that. Let's trade. I can pay your light bill and you pay mine. Says you $100.
Oh man, I was celebrating this, these low bills. I think, and now we rocking and rolling. I can wait till Robin tell me how we change our light bill. I know.
That's December. I'm
Jomo said drink the what? Jomo Kool-Aid?
trying to find June.
Wow. I mean, Kenyatta, you really sound strong yellow though. You wasn't that strong yellow before.
All right, wait.
I ain't say anything, but I ain't call no color.
You sounded very
I ain't got no color.
strong. Very, very
All
strong.
I say is that the road was blocked up
Very
You say
strong.
we.
and the park,
said- you said
there
You
was
did speak in the collective.
You said we a few times.
Yes.
I never said we.
Yeah, you did.
Well, man, sick. Everybody sitting there. There, you say we.
I say V.
That's why I say you use the collective.
Woo!
Suggested that you. I mean, it was.
And when I say V, I was speaking in terms of the Bahamian.
You can't speak that for payment. You can't do that.
I can't speak for Bahamians.
No, these new bills, man, Peggy, say you're leaving your big balance and forget you'll leave the balance.
That's what it's been. Tito Nan say Tito always said he
No,
never
I
paid off
actually
his
was
whole
doing
bill.
good because it was so low. I was able to pay and leave like $15.
But you can
$20
see what the bill is versus what you leave.
Yeah. I don't know.
All right.
Anyway.
June, this June last year.
It's been the same thing.
Are you still down versus June last year?
Yeah, you were down.
300.
Don't do that. Don't get on that bus. It's 220.
You went down. You know what a $200 savings is?
I said I am down. I said don't give them 300. That's what I said.
200 saving is pretty big.
That's a big savings from last year at the same time, bro. Cut your air conditioner off. Put it on a timer.
Yeah, I did save that. If we do,
Y'all
if we
y'all
do-
let say y'all
if
air
we do-
conditioner don't turn
If we
off.
do year over year, month to day.
I don't cut my room air, my
down.
bedroom air conditioner on until it's time to go to
But
bed.
that's a 21 settle.
I thought more.
Hey, Oshi, would you say let my yay be my yay and my nay be my nay?
Yeah, because you denying the crops.
For whatever. Backward never.
All right. We might just go ahead and do
You
this
want
one
to
time.
talk about the blue wave. Let him talk about the blue wave.
No, but I won't just jump right at Mr. Battle. I won't go right at there even before we get to the rally. Now let's go to rally first. Then I can go to because I won't bring the bus back out. I don't find out who on this bus.
Did they announce this rally?
Yeah, they advertise it.
They advertise
I ain't gonna lie, I saw a fly, but I didn't read it.
It was the east side link up.
What I'm trying to say is, I'm sure it wasn't no long advertisement for this.
No, I don't think it was advertised for the masses. I think it was advertised to the constituents of
Those communities.
those communities in the east that
But
make up the
I
east.
see people from the east, the west, the north,
But
and the
Sean,
south.
stop it, man.
I see people who live in
Stop it.
Baytown, people who live in Kalani.
Did you actually walk around the grounds or you just drove
I
by?
walk on the ground.
You want me to play the
Oh, you for
commercial?
real?
Yes.
We'll be putting the group.
How
I
far
had to see this for myself because I was like, this can't be.
That's fake
Because
news.
How far
the
people came
park
out?
is a big park.
They came all the way.
They fly them people in.
How far they came out towards Seabreeze Road?
For what?
They was in the road.
For what?
Did you
No,
see the interview
man.
down
You mean the people of the car?
Then he asked the two men stand up.
No.
He said-
No, they
He come
Did
for.
it spill over?
no, they didn't
They
spill over.
didn't give us good crowd
Everybody
shots.
was within the gate.
Right.
But it was like, I thought I was in. You ever been to New York? When it really crowded?
No. I've been
Well,
to only
Okay. Have you ever been to Hong Kong? Hong Kong is 10 times more crowded than New York.
Right.
I thought I was in Hong Kong.
Oh, Lord Jesus.
I was starting to speak Mandarin. I said, who thought these people else?
I go on.
I said, all of these people else.
So
But-
being asked about.
So let me give you a good example. Right now, 4 of us in this room. If we add 10 more people, would y'all say this room is overcrowded? If we add 10 people in this room? 10 more people.
But the table, yeah.
Yeah.
Tito, I
So
think
that's my
you
example
are
of
finding it
Tito.
hard.
that's my example of that being Malcolm Park.
Tito.
And when you put 50
Tito.
people there, it's gonna look very crowded
Tito.
Tito.
and
Tito.
overwhelming.
Tito was
that-
finding
And
it
seeing
hard.
that the park
finding
have
it
no
hard.
parking. If you park 20 cars along that road,
Oh, there
CP's look full.
was no parking allowed
Pass
in
park.
the park.
Yeah,
in the area of the park. Very,
because ain't no
take two
parking.
passes.
very limited.
Because there ain't no parking.
Let me say this. I am
Tito, you can't do that.
the member of
Any
parliament.
cars parked in front of your house, boat?
Don't do it. Don't do it, Sean. Now you're gonna do
the
what?
member of parliament for that area had a prayer service there in March. I went to the prayer service, and I was impressed by the amount of cars I saw, and that's when I realized how big that park was. Because they parked right on the edge of the road, and I realized that's a big park to
Me
walk
buying
in.
with park?
No, but that same park there, the Charles Carter's thing, that's a big space.
That's a
'Cause
huge
they
park.
had the stage on the west side. So I said, but this thing bigger than I realized.
That's a huge park, Tito.
Tito, it's a good sized park. And based on what I saw last
There's
night,
no parking that seems like.
and it was a very good crowd at the prayer service. But what I saw last night looked like 5 times.
So that was the whole
And,
east.
and
That's
for
the
this
whole,
to be the actual first of many to come, like it's like there was
Sir,
hold on,
you
there was an
You
excitement.
can't be in it for the PLBA.
There was an excitement. No,
For many to come.
I'm just
You
stating what I
you're performing
saw.
staging.
I'm stating what I saw because
I want you sing that same road, that same song, not going back down the road again. You know that can mean, right? If you ain't going back down the road again.
y'all been to the rally they had. Y'all saw the rally they had for the other people that day.
What other people? Why
that wasn't a rally. That's a fair.
That was a fair, whatever it was.
Y'all talking about the F&M or y'all talking about the coalition?
The coalition in this conversation.
What?
Coalition in this conversation.
What?
I ain't trying to be
We're
favorite.
not discussing them right now. Is what I mean.
How you mean they ain't in the conversation?
In this
They will be in this conversation as long as I'm sitting here. Because change ain't coming. Change is here.
You
that's
failed
last year,
to
that's
accept
last
the
year.
obvious.
But Pastor's asking a very important
the rate's
question.
gone up.
He asked what happened to the yellow bus.
I come in the bus a second. Let's go back to last night. Now,
Oh, gee.
What did it?
I will mention. I mean, I was kind
It's
of
about you climbing. You
surprised.
soon reach the sky.
I was surprised at the turnout at the fair when I drove past the fair. I can be honest.
Which fair?
And I ain't throwing no blows. I ain't being negative. I'm just saying I drove past and I was surprised. The F&M fair.
You know, R.M. Billy Park?
Yeah, Albury Park. Yeah.
You think
Now,
R.M.
what's-
Bailey Park and Charles got a park at the same side?
Yeah, man. If you used to back in.
I can't take your advice because you think Malcolm
Yeah.
Park is better than that.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but the same size.
You think so? Let me.
You can Google it.
Yeah, Google it to see. I never considered that. But
That's
it just do they usually charge to these fairs? I thought
No.
this give away
No.
food free.
No. You may give away food free?
Yeah.
No.
No, and they have a
but
car raffle.
The fair is a fundraiser.
Oh,
It's a car
I see.
raffle.
I don't know that word.
Clearly, these are the people who had last night. They ain't need to raise no funds. The funds is there.
Where they get it from?
Listen, listen to me.
Where they get it from, Sean?
They was giving out all kind of free food and thing.
Where they get money from to give out free food? Because last time I checked, ain't no money.
No. We operating in overflow now.
Oh, you in
We
overflow.
operating in overflow. We operating in overflow.
Interesting.
I can situate.
It's different now.
So hold on now.
So why
Tito,
don't overflow in my area?
So Tito, so if I'm mistaken, each constituency have a budget, right?
Oh, but they ain't spend no money in our area.
Right.
They take out our area.
And then if you
And it makes sense
if
what they doing,
can
you know.
Can I finish? Can I
I agree with you.
But you didn't even let me finish my point.
Hold on, but because I see it in the spirit. I heard in the spirit. I agree with you because it makes sense what they're doing. Instead of Elizabeth having something, Sanaan having something, CB's having something, Fox, let's come together. And it's showing there's a coming together of this constituency.
He really excited about
It's
this.
showing that the Bahamian people are unified.
They should have the same fair on in Camp Road area.
I want to cry.
And you'll see just when people have been out there. They gone with the number sign.
Can you finish your point?
Yeah, but
They should have had that same thing on Morgan Park.
So go.
And we luckily we out there playing basketball with the Prime Minister sitting on the bench because it had been about 10 hours.
So it's getting the Tito's point. Because Tito asks where the money come from. So
I
he's
need
saying
me a brave leader.
if each constituent have their own budget and they decide to have this East Side link up, like I think it's the name that they call it.
Yeah.
And everybody contributed to the
So who,
whatever it is
who,
to them.
who, who in the
whatever
East
would have
Side got
paid.
money? Because one of them just spent all their money on building
I don't know. I'm not.
down there in Nassau Village. All the money should be gone.
Which wasn't in there though.
Nassau isn't in the East.
And you can't
Not in East?
you can't take your
I think that's where most of the numbers come from.
you can't take your constituency allocation for no rally.
You shouldn't.
No, you can't do that.
You shouldn't.
No, you can't do that.
No, but I understand. You say you can't do that. You shouldn't.
But then again, right?
You shouldn't not
You
do
have to
that.
realize that you have some real loyal, like grassroots PLPs, and if one of your members upon say, "Man, listen, you having this thing," I
It
would
was
know
coming by bus.
what
boat.
can you contribute
It was coming by plane.
to this event.
It's coming by
If
wheelchair.
if four us go
Walking
there as
with cane.
vendors and support us at the PLP and say we're going to contribute whatever it is that we do, coconut water, pound cake, grilled food, popcorn, and we decide that we're going our place in the bucket and just say I could do 500, you could do 300, you could do 200, you could do 100, and you go there and you get a little bit of everything. Everybody have a good time. Nobody know who paid for it, who didn't pay for it, or what the conversation was. But you have loyal PLPs who would do things like that.
So you said the LED wall in the sound system.
I listen to what
That's
I said.
all.
Sean talked about the stuff that he got for
I'll tell you
free.
that whenever things are done in around that park, it's usually done at a level of excellence.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
They don't know fireworks.
They did have
But there's
little stuff blowing. Oh, the fireworks do?
I said this.
They're fireworks.
I said this major. This
No,
is major.
when
That kickoff was serious.
So explain to me where the money come
the
from.
member of parliament from Seabreeze says, don't come here if you ain't serious. Whoever you all sending, you better come ready. Come ready. He said, you can't outwork me. You can't out-hug me. You can't out-love on the people than me. You can't outsell the people than me. I said, I knocking on every door. If you come in here, and Seabreeze, whoever you all sending, you better come ready. I said, all right, member of parliament Seabreeze.
Oh.
I ain't gonna lie, boy. She really is putting some.
No,
money.
when she said it, everybody's hollering because you couldn't. No,
You-
and whoever
she-
didn't like it couldn't say nothing about it.
But she really is putting the work, bro. Like if you follow on, like if you went in the constituency and you follow on social media, she's
So let
putting
me ask you
in
a
the
question.
work, bro.
Why you think they had the rally there?
Right. Because of the size of the park and the
No, sir.
logistically. Why? Tell you why. Tell you why. Tell you why. You don't own the park.
Is there any positiveness in your bones?
Why? I don't know why.
Is there any positivity?
Sure, let him answer.
Huh? Yeah.
Why the park, Tito?
If my right arm is my strong arm and I need to carry a bucket of water and my left arm was paralyzed, where you think I can lift the bucket of water with?
I don't understand the analogy. You want to break it down for me.
Go, they should have had that rally down there on Camp Road on thing. I mean, you see how many people have been in the park. I tell you, if you come to Morgan
They
Park,
next.
it would have been them and their little red play car. And we'd have been playing ball and that'd have been the whole rally with the same LED wall.
You know, this
But-
fella
but-
ain't
but-
really.
but-
He
Only
drinking
couple places they
ain't
could have
really.
that. They could go down to Fox Hill.
Hey,
They could go
producer,
Seabreeze.
cut his mic. Cut his
But
mic.
Tito,
Cut his
it
mic.
wasn't it was a PLP rally for the East Side,
What is the east side? What is that?
Fox
The
Hill,
Fox- yeah.
Seabreeze,
Yamakra.
Yamakra, and Sanan.
That sounds like South to me.
No, they go to that.
You ain't got Sanan?
No.
Sean say Sanan. Fox Hill.
I thought it very suspect that they didn't call to that.
So why would you call Fox
you
Hill and
call
go
St.
St. Anne's?
Because Sanan is not a.
I guess
But it's the
they.
east side.
So-
If we going east, let's go east.
Check you at night.
I guess again their eastern seats.
Eastern
Strongholds.
Eastern
They're
seats.
strongholds.
Not
Yeah.
strong, Eastern seats. So it's
No, you say it right. I like it.
Yeah,
Thank you for letting it come out. Your
Fox Hill,
strongholds.
Seabreeze,
Elizabeth.
and Elizabeth.
Yeah.
That's the four.
That's the four. I thought it very suspect that they didn't include Sadat. They should have called Sadat.
It was not necessary.
They call them. Just call the name, man. You never know.
No, we ain't
I mean,
calling
okay, we know, right? But still call the name.
We ain't calling y'all.
And the only reason
Here we go again with we. You hear me? That nigga say he and say we. It's a we, man. Be strong. Be a strong we.
Yeah. Anyways, It seemed very strong last night. It was a very, very strong turnout. I thought last night, and I being totally objective here, I think that last night was probably one of the Prime Minister's better speeches. I like the speech. I sat down last night afterwards and listened to the speech.
I gotta go listen. Because you tell me you keep talking about this speech. I gotta go listen.
No,
to the speech.
I mean, because he said some things I think needed to be said, and I think
Tito probably don't think he need to be
I
said.
think
I didn't listen. I gotta go listen.
I think if he follows through on what he says, and I believe he will, I hope he does. I think that's where, even if he doesn't get back in, if whoever comes in follows that same trend, whoever it is, I think then we can start changing things in the country.
He spoke about accountability.
He spoke about things being blocked up in the government system. He said it doesn't make sense that things that should happen in 2 weeks happen in 2 and 3 months. It don't make sense that files sit on people's desks and just sitting on their desks and they're moving through. And he says, he began by, it seemed very strategic, he began by saying, we're giving the public service a raise by the end of the month or something like that, and another raise in September.
I heard that.
And then he says, and I don't know if the person's caught, he says, now listen, okay, we can take care of you, we love you, but listen to me. Those people who are in the system and have files hold up, projects held up because stuff sitting on your desk, if the projects don't move off your desk, you can move.
Talk that.
I like that.
You like something?
I like that.
He said, if the files don't move, you can move.
I don't have one problem with that statement.
And he gave an example. He gave an example of somebody who didn't move already.
That's what I need. I need to
Guess
see.
what? That's a song.
I'm tired.
What that song say?
I'm
What?
tired of being
That song
promised.
I need me
And
a
there's
brave
no delivery.
leader.
We got
I ain't
MPs
got no time to fool around.
promising on top of promise, and they ain't finished with the first promise yet.
Sean knew the song already.
I need me a brave leader.
That's the beat. That's how the song goes.
I saw me know. Listen, brave,
Mr. Prime
Brave,
Minister.
Mr. Prime Minister, the Right Honorable. Please get this fella a singing contract, man. Since he want to say it, let me say it for him. The fella want to sing on your stage. Make sure the fella from Foxhill named Kenyatta Taylor, he does one of those songs, and he already have your song called.
Kingsman coming
Say
up.
it. We can background you. Say it. Pray. How you doing it? Say it. See, you don't want to go. Just get shy. You want the contract.
And I put that comment there for Anthony Strong. I want to say this again, and that's why I said it the way I said it. I said if the PRP doesn't win and another party wins, if Lincoln win, Pintard win, I pray that they carry on the same thing the Prime Minister said, because no matter who wins, we have a major challenge, come for me, with our public service. Too much things sitting up and getting held up.
Pastor, right now,
Our public
PLP
service is
Steph Curry Prime. He's shooting the ball from the half court, and he ain't even looking. He's shooting, just walk away.
Just walk away.
And put it on him there.
But this person says, Anthony, I hear Anthony saying, who do you blame for that? Smith, suck my teeth 4 years later. And honestly, Anthony is being really, if you're talking about the whole block up in the system, it's been but 30 years, 35 years. We just know, everybody in this room who submitted a drawing, submitted something to the Ministry of Works, know that when you submit that, go on vacation, go love yourself, carry on with your life.
I don't know about that.
Because you ain't going to get that back for weeks and months
Don't
unless you have somebody inside there.
I don't know
If you
that.
submit something somewhere else, you submit a permit somewhere, you submit for something another agency, things just sit there and just sit there and just sit there.
You can talk about renewing your business license.
It's just any number of things.
I stay online. Don't take long.
Any number of things.
What doing they long?
This is license.
So
You must ain't got none.
yeah, no, exactly.
This is like
It should not.
So I'm glad to hear the Prime Minister say that. I'm glad to
2
hear
days?
it being said, and I hope it get followed up on.
Well, you just renew yours, that's why.
No, in December. I put in for mine from December. I don't wait till
I heard I'm moving
January.
faster.
You can't put it in December. You have to wait for the end of the
end of the year. It's December 31st.
Yeah, so you did yours on 31st.
I don't really do it, but it was done on time, and it's a 2-day turnaround.
That's when you stop talking.
You gotta realize
That's when you should stop talking.
Why?
You gotta realize
Got online, I got control online. I got going.
We used to own ourselves, so we know.
I didn't go to Denczil and
So
say
your person got done.
expedite that for me.
Actually, you know what?
I just go online,
Let's
follow
do
the
that.
form,
We got
and then that's
a
it.
clip of the speech from the Prime Minister. You got a clip? Play the clip. Let's hear the clip.
Randy, go.
Not after everything we have fought to rebuild. Not after everything we have already started. This ain't the time for files to be sitting on desks gathering dust. This ain't the time for applications to be stuck in someone's tray while behemoths wait for answers. And let me say it straight. My administration has to deliver. The Bahamian people didn't send us here to look busy. They sent us here to get things done. So if you are in the public service and you're holding a progress, I want you to hear me loud and clear. Brave say, take them files off them desks and let's deliver for the people of the Bahamas. I am fully prepared. I am fully prepared to move anyone or send home anyone who isn't getting the Bahamian people's work done. This government was elected to deliver, not to stall, not to delay, not to make excuses. I told one fella straight, if you missed that deadline, I want your resignation letter on my desk. And let me tell you, the letter is on my desk.
Well, boy, that ain't powerful. He ain't playing.
So before you actually get to the public servants, I want him to start with that little office he got there, the leadership in the office. Some of them need to put that letter on the desk. And it should be about 10 of them in there. And then you work your way down to the public office. 'Cause we got one dude run by us. He ain't deliver.
He deliver?
He living?
You say he ain't deliver?
Man, I don't even know the fella living. You know if he deliver.
Down by your well. Who fella is this?
Freetown.
Freetown?
Yeah, man. Ray Monroe. Yeah, I ain't scared to call his name.
He ain't deliver?
I know the last time I see the fella. In fact, I used to cut the fella here.
What you want to see him do? What you want to see him for?
I think this is about
Man,
What you want to see him for?
Man, possibly the fella even pump fake and walk down the road and hail and wave like the penguins. Do something.
You know what? I think Tito's more upset that
Sean, the fella don't do nothing in our area. You been in our area? Talk to anybody in Freetown. Find one person in Freetown who's happy with Wayne Monroe.
Oh, Lord.
I know plenty.
I ask you a question. Find one person.
I could find
I
more than
charge
one.
anybody in the show who lives in Freetown or knows anybody.
Is there anybody in Freetown who can please speak for?
Please.
Yeah, someone from Freetown,
Minister
please
Wayne
call
Monroe.
to defend or to confirm
See,
or
I
to
ain't a pump
deny.
fake. Now Wayne won't come back. He got plenty wrongs to right. But please, anybody, I challenge them. Name one thing Wayne Monroe have done.
He's busy fighting crime.
Crime? We mean with through the roof? The body stock high.
You sound like it's just
Listen,
because
he should
stopped
have been fired
patronizing
from
you.
that post long time ago. So he wasn't doing a good job.
You notice when he was sitting in that chair every week, Tito was singing his praises. When he was sitting in that barbershop,
but you know what? That's what he gone wrong.
Week,
He should have been sitting in my chair every week.
This the same man. This the same
But he gone
man.
wrong when he stopped coming. I can't even
Now
fight
y'all
him no more.
can't sit there and act like
Hey.
y'all can't sit there and act like this ain't the same fella.
Yeah, Sean,
a couple
everybody know I
months
don't play.
ago when Mr.
Yeah.
Monroe was sitting in this
Yeah,
barber
I do
chair,
business, yeah.
he was like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, he
What
is
you
this,
is?
he is
Yeah,
that,
I hear.
he's the
Tell me what
greatest.
you want. Yeah.
What you is, Tito?
He don't sit in my chair no more.
Are you
So I
telling-
can't fight for him.
You don't got to shout. But what you say, you is? That D word. What the D word is?
Yeah, you looking like you when me say tell you something. You and me, you're in the same boat.
You say you duplicitous?
You got
Monroe,
your black
please
on,
go
right?
sit back in this man chair.
Please, if you know,
Please go sit back
Wayne
in this
Monroe,
man
But ain't
please
nobody, you see
tell
nobody
them.
say nothing. Ain't nobody say one comment.
Anybody free down in the group? They ain't
Man,
listen
call
there.
your family member who live somewhere in the Camp Road area.
Free
Or
down.
borderline, PI, or somewhere on the Village Road area.
I need a Freetown to please us
Please.
what's happening.
Well, I don't live in-
They put them loopholes in Freetown.
Huh?
They put them loopholes in Freetown.
No, Pike put them loopholes.
Who get pipe the contract?
Who you doing?
The government.
You really want me to tell you got the bike in the road, right? You don't know the voice. Why you think y'all got LED
What y'all
screen
need
down the
down in
back
Freetown?
Huh?
What y'all need down in
Everything.
Freetown? Like what?
Everything.
What?
Go give an
Parks
example for
run
you.
down. Roads need to fix.
That's beach and parks.
Huh?
That's beach and parks.
Well, at least you could advocate for your parks to be up and
I
maintained.
didn't know you ain't advocating.
Really?
Yeah, you got to call
The two is offices. They look like, I don't know if they June Seville or they just hang out. They in bad condition. They horrible. And he got two.
Did you invite him to the opening of your second location, to the grand opening?
Man, I need serious people to come to my second location, man. I don't do foolishness. I open him more building in Camp Road than him. Me and him got two locations together. They might as well go Tito for free down. Me and them got 2 locations.
What Julie say that Delta? Let me see what Julie say again. The guys by the bar like him. Kemp Road say he does buy the cases of beers, but I don't live Kemp Road. Let me stay in Seabreeze where my MP got her boots on the ground.
Let me go get some beers.
What name she said? Lord, y'all, I need to come
I
to
feel
Tito.
I am uncomfortable.
To TT Real Shop because I have too much to see him. Yeah, you need to come see Tito, please. Come see Tito. I'm Nayoshi because I mean there's a lot going on there. So it seems as though if you were to pull the bus up back now, sound like we ain't still on the bus.
Yeah, see what happened? The bus is going down the road, right? And we catch a flat. The only reason why link up happened last night is I let everybody off the bus. My bus is full.
So hold on, after you let everybody off. So who on the bus now? Mose says Tito for Freetown.
That's what I'm talking about. I think I can run for Freetown.
I know what ticket.
What other ticket I can run on?
Independent?
Yes, sir.
Or you can run for coalition?
What are you running for coalition for?
You advocating for them all the time.
That's my boy, man. He's a barbershop groom. I roll by myself.
So you can't put your name. If you know you get the seat, you can't put your name and.
This is the one time Lincoln might actually get his deposit back. But they ain't gonna be too much for it than that. Right now the PLP like
He got his deposit back last time.
I think so.
Yes, he did.
I think he did. Yeah,
He got his deposit back
he did
last
strong
time.
in last time, man.
I think he's off by $1. I think he got it back. Right now PLP is Steph Curry. They shoot the ball, walk away. It can't be that crew. The next crew down there fighting.
So after all that UW, you can't beat PLP.
I know. I so confused. This young man got me so confused.
The bus full of winners.
Bus full of winners. I think that's why he's so upset.
Yeah, because he thought he had them in the bag.
Yeah, he put everybody on the bus, and when he looked,
it make no sense. You have hard mouth in the team you bring to beat the basketball team. Everybody's losers. And you still getting mailed by 60.
So you saying Indiana come to play OKC?
No, that worries. I think that's like Shirley Street Park. I'm going to play OKC.
So let me just confirm. Have you emptied the bus? Or the bus is
empty. I let Wayne off the bus too.
Hold on. After all that, you will let Wayne off the bus?
Yeah, because 1, 2 of my boys on the bus, and they say, man, let him go. So I let him go too. I didn't want him to come up.
Who pressure you? Sorry, you have pressure myself. Who put you in the corner?
I trying to get out the corner. That's the problem. The only way to get out the corner, boss.
He put himself in the corner. He said, I need to get out of here.
Get up in the corner, boss. It make no sense.
All this about, he did say, call him duplicitous. He did say that. So all this about you still let, I know Wayne was driving the bus.
I just don't want to say like Sean and be like PLP all the way, but
you think it's PLP all the way?
I start being gold shakes from
Let me tell you something, Tito. Let me tell you something. And let me tell you something, Tito. He is consistent. He is consistent.
Tito, what happened to your black shirt, bro?
Black shirt? You think I got that full right? You all think I got down to be racing that? I used to get down my friends this face personally. Use my personal friend. I got down the full right. Let's go time right now. I'm 48. Gold all the way. Gold rush. I almost would have gone the wrong color. I didn't know they had the blue rush. So now I need to get all the shit. So I keep it in my car so they were in the right color. I can put it in the right color.
You couldn't go there.
I'm buying everything blue.
You couldn't go there.
I don't know what to say because I really thought this bad was getting the yellow bus fired up and the bus full.
I mean, Tito, you ain't even. I mean, you wouldn't even win the conversation, dog. I mean, you won't even put up a fight, bro. You realize in 2 breaths, you ran, bro, and before you could gather yourself, you say, you free to go. That ain't make no sense.
Make no sense.
You drop all charges?
All charges.
Free to go.
See, let me tell you something. Tito is very consistent. If you look at Tito don't like losing. Tito don't, with basketball, with baseball, with football, with any ball. As a matter of fact,
he's a Dolphin.
In any situation.
He's a Dolphin. They've been losing.
Don't worry about that.
Who's a Dolphin? Do it.
Listen, if he watching the Dolphins game and the Dolphins up, he watching that. The minute Dolphins start losing, he go on. I don't
like Patrick Mahomes, by the way.
See that?
So I still find a way to get some type of victory in.
He about to leave the Valley Boys soon. Because
I'm sure I already left.
You see what I'm saying? He ain't losing.
Don't go on, Mason.
When Tito realized When Tito realized there was a gold rush
Where you going, Genesis?
and a
Genesis
blue rush
recruiting plenty
in
people, eh?
Seabreeze last night, I don't care what he had.
Wait, Genesis recruiting plenty people.
I'm now, what is walks?
Yeah,
Walk?
they walks. Yeah, Genesis walks.
So
Yeah.
So you with the gold people now? What you with?
They ain't gold.
Gold and blue.
You talking about the BLB?
You know about the PLP?
Yeah, sure.
So it's a BLB. You leave coalition.
That's a test. It's a test. For whatever.
Backward never.
For whatever.
Backward never.
PLP.
All the way.
PLP.
All the way.
Oh!
Now, I gotta promise y'all next week if they
Ladies,
piss
ladies
me
and
off.
gentlemen, I don't know what is happening on this show today.
They piss me off.
Please forgive me. I have no clue what is going on.
I mean, these two over here.
This is too funny today.
These two over here just going the time.
Insane.
This is
Wow.
ridiculous.
Julian said allegedly the passengers on the bus were paid $100 per head to show up.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Listen to me.
I know
I know one thing.
Julie, we have to do what we have to do to win.
They didn't leave though. If you paid me $100 to show up, and if I show up, I have the right to leave because I showed up.
Sean, I didn't get on.
They did not stay.
Sean,
They have $100.
Sean, if you live down Jamaica Road,
They have $100.
and that's a 45-minute bus ride.
Let's stop shouting. Let's stop shouting.
They have $100. You can catch
Let
Uber.
me-
No. Uber don't work like that.
I think one thing you got to remember, whether you like the PLP, don't like the PLP, whatever you say about the PLP. We don't know the PLP at the show, but their ground machinery to me is the top in the country.
Right now.
They work.
It is.
They work the ground.
Just not in our areas. They don't work the ground in our areas. I can remain.
No, when I say
sad
no,
boss
when I
on
say
that.
work the ground, I mean in that their supporters. I'm about their supporters.
Not in our area though.
You don't think so?
I'm possible. I'm not telling. I'm not asking. I'm telling you.
Call the ground workers of the PLB right now. Who you know are ground workers? Leslie.
Yes.
Oh,
Fred
I even
Mitchell.
talking. That can people talking about.
You don't know the workers
You
of
know
the
about
area.
that-
I talking about that
or their support crew.
their support.
Not
Crew.
in our area.
They week over there.
Yeah, they stay right by the bar and by the head office. They probably don't even know where the boundary line is. They probably walk the area. Hey. Pastor, you in the area? You see any of them walking around here? You see anybody even passing a pamphlet? Anything?
No.
That east side, that east side team really got us. They got a strong support group for you all. They all.
Are we considered in the east or are we like northeast?
No, you're all in the east. You're
None.
central.
So what we?
I ain't like.
We are not central, Carlo.
You're
I
central.
ain't
We're not
like.
Central College.
I see so much blue last night. I still see in blue.
Compared to the constituency, you're central, bro.
I still see in blue.
Serious?
Yeah, you're more central than east.
Anyway, so y'all so there's a consensus here. They all saying that Michael Pindar don't stand a chance. Y'all saying at this point.
This is not about Michael Pindar.
What do you need to do, Pastor, to do a
like, you know what?
re-election?
Like, you know what? No.
So let me
no
tell
other
you
party. No other party exists.
Like Barbados. Like
So-
clear sweep.
There's like, well, coalition ain't
No,
saying
so-
nothing, so it's just automatically BLB. Like, they ain't even give the
The
others.
FNM need to do how you do a re-election again, the FNM to have a new leader.
Convention.
They need to call another convention. Call it immediately.
Man, people like Pindar.
Have that by Saturday.
People like Pindar, man.
Huh?
People like Pindar, man.
Say by Saturday.
Everybody like a poet.
Y'all can start being
playwright.
disrespectful now, because we did.
But that's what he is, though.
we did.
He's a businessman.
But we did do.
He is a-
It's not a businessman, Sean. Stop that.
Yes, we
Yes, he
read.
is.
What business he's running,
We
Sean?
read his bio. He was
read
there.
his-
Not because it. Chat.
See, people ain't looking for a good person. We are plenty good people. It ain't about being a good person. It's about being a good leader.
Sean.
And no better leader. I need a brave
Let me
leader.
ask you a question. I can ask you a good question, Sean.
But one of the key components of a good leader is his ability to communicate.
Yeah.
And Pindar is a very good
He's
communicator.
very. I know. I told you when I ran into him at the carnival. And that is a very nice person.
Absolutely.
Very nice person. And I think it's unfortunate.
But unfortunately, what?
It's unfortunate
That what?
that he is
You're
in the
cold,
position that he is in because there's the F&M is not together.
Sean.
The F&M is not together.
That guy don't have the it factor. I'm sorry.
I ain't talking about the fuck. I tell you he's a nice person. But
Being
the
a nice
F&M
person don't help you be a good leader. I know plenty of nice people.
And that's the same thing I just said. You need real strong leaders. And no disrespect to Pintar.
But how you know he ain't a strong leader, though?
The FNM is shambles, man.
What gives you the impression that he's not a strong leader?
The people who showed up at the fair.
Oh,
What that have to do with him
Yeah,
being a
50
leader?
people out there.
First, you got to get your people together.
If you how you leading if you
That'd
not
be
get
the
the
first
people to
thing.
lead them?
You can't get your people together.
He's rolling out the first tranche of
But how you know if people leaning together?
We
Well,
starting to be
Thursday.
corrected, but you got to prove it.
But you only giving them on a chance.
Once these candidates roll out over the next couple of weeks, they'll be
Yeah.
alone.
You only giving them on a chance.
I think it's too early to make a call on what's gonna happen. I think the rollout of the candidates is gonna be critical. When you see who he rolls out, then we can.
But
know
y'all
what's happening.
just like off the bat just judging him on. Ain't giving him on a chance. Ain't like he lead before and fail. Like y'all see him in the leaderboard and he failed. No, automatically he can't lead. You ain't even giving him on a chance to see if he can lead or not. You know,
He's leading the FNM now. What are you talking about?
and what is happening?
The FNM is still divided.
How do you know you was a blue wave?
Menace here running.
Sean
Menace
work in
running
a barbershop. He owns a barbershop. The shop is
Y'all
tough.
got to stop
So
playing.
so
Y'all
what?
gotta stop playing.
All right. So Menace.
I hear FNM saying, and this is no
Yeah,
disrespect to him.
FNM swing like it, they won't lead them.
I hear FNM saying we ain't ready right now, and I don't mean that may not mean that Printard is not the right person for the leadership. Maybe he's just not. They're still trying to get things together. I don't
Y'all like
I don't
dance
know.
around
but
dance for you.
But
I like the guy.
all,
I like
all
the
I
guy.
all I saying is let's not judge. Give the man a fair shake.
Me?
In
The
general.
people got to give him a fair shake.
Yeah, but you sitting there saying he can't lead. That was your implication. Your implication
Okay,
is
let me
the
put-
man is not a
let me
good
put it-
leader.
The last poll in the
Let me
district.
put it-
Are you sitting?
Let me put it to you.
They say Lingus
I am
leading the
not
polls over the
asking him to
FNM.
be. I'm not asking him to be Menace. I'm not asking him to be Ingram.
Oh, he gonna be that.
When they were in the seat of as opposition leaders, they were more impactful. They were more respected.
Say that. I don't know about the impactful part.
They were more respected, and they're not giving him the same level of respect.
Who's they?
I ain't talking about the behemoths. I'm talking about the FNMs.
But why are you saying this?
You have you spoken to?
No,
you know we're in a barbershop, so you don't know.
yeah, but you gotta.
Everybody's come to the PLPs,
So-
the
so-
FNM,
so
and the coalition.
everything-
And every election season, we have back and forth with the PLP.
But everything you hear in a barbershop ain't factual.
and not just there. I mean,
It
everywhere,
80%
everywhere
though.
you go, you hear people
It's called
talking.
hearsay.
You hear people talking, and everybody is saying he's not it. The majority. Let me not say everybody.
Is it based
the
on?
majority?
Is it based on?
And there's no disrespect to
Is
him.
it
What is
based
it? It
on
ain't
the
based on
decisions
nothing.
that he has made, or is it based on his lack of leadership?
People
What do you say?
just saying feel
We don't like his decisions he makes.
I think
I don't think
he's
it's that
not
possible. They still
asserting
like him.
himself as a strong.
No, what
So
you
he
are,
did
what
best
you
one like
you know what you are doing?
I know if that's
You're
fair.
doing the same
I
thing.
don't know.
You everybody's doing the same thing you just did. You know what you just did subconsciously? You compare them to Paul Hubert. That's what you did. Yeah. Subconsciously you did that. And
But that's what's
not
happening.
That's not fair.
I am not
But that's
comparing.
what's happening, though,
I'm
Carlo.
not comparing him to them.
That's what you
I'm
said.
not comparing his leadership
But he
style.
is
I'm
comparing them.
comparing the impact.
What impact? What impact is he? You
Why you
can't,
get to the side?
you can't
Stay in
compare
front
the,
of the mic so I can hear you.
you can't compare the impact because both Menace and Ingram was leaders were prime ministers. They were sitting in a different seat.
Before they were prime ministers, they were leaders of the FNM. How long was Hubert Ingram the leader of the FNM before he became prime minister?
I don't know.
You don't know?
No. But
Okay,
you- but
he was still
but you-
leader of the
but
party, and
Nobody is basing that on their. Everybody's basing their leadership skills on their seat as prime minister. And you can't tell me no different. You have to give the man a fair shake. You can't. I'm not saying
Okay,
that. Just give him a chance to finish for once, please. I beg again, just for once.
Let me ask you a question.
No, before you
I
ask
need
the
to give him
question.
a fair shake
For
as the leader
father's
of the
sake.
party or the leader of the
Let Carlo
government.
finish his
What
point.
I'm saying
Carlo,
to
finish
is,
your point.
you can't. We have to take things with a grain of salt. The things that you hear in barbershop may be factual or non-factual. We can't speak because we don't know. But what I'm saying to you is, you have to give the man a fair shake before we prejudge them based on what Honorable
You
Minister.
feel he's doing a good job as the leader of FNM right now?
What am I comparing it to? He is only
He
the
is
leader of
the
the
leader.
opposition, right? The government is being run by the prime minister at this time.
When you say give a fair, I got a question now. I cut you off now too. Now, give him a fair shake at what? We don't, what Kenyatta spoke about a while ago. He spoke about his as opposition leader. That's what he said. He didn't say prime minister. He said as opposition leader.
opposition leader.
He spoke about Dr. Menace in opposition. He spoke about
Ingram.
Prime Minister Ingram
As
in
opposition
opposition.
Do you?
So what he's asking now.
All right,
so
so
when you say
do
give
you-
him a fair shake,
all
what
right,
do you
so
mean?
do you-
He's been opposition leader for 4 years.
So do you for 4 years?
Yeah, September coming
Next
4
year's
years.
election, bro.
Do you remember Hubert Ingram as opposition leader?
Yeah, I can remember.
Vaguely or clear as day?
Clear as day.
Man, Sean, I don't believe nothing you say, man.
No, I mean,
You never used to watch the house, eh?
there are some things, some
So
moments.
so he doesn't challenge anything. He just sits there and does nothing. I'm asking. Been that.
No, he does challenge.
Sometimes it ain't about
so-
we're not saying you're not challenging, you know.
So
you got
so,
some old
so
pictures,
here's what I
right?
say. Here's what I say.
Let me tell you why Carlo ain't fair.
Give him and tell. Let's say give him and tell.
You don't have to.
Give him and tell
You don't have to.
what you mentioned. Let's see who his
The
team.
candidates-
Let's see who his team is.
I give you that.
Let's see who his team is. Let's see what their manifesto says.
I want my
We all know, but I said let's
I don't
just
pay
let's
them
just
them
see what his plan is.
So you were saying, let me wait to judge you as a leader.
No,
Hold on. Because you have been put into position as leader of the opposition for the past 4 years.
and you could sit here clear as day and say he has done
I
nothing.
never said he's not. I never said he's not done anything.
So what is he not doing in your opinion?
He can't govern.
I am saying to you,
Carlo,
the impact
Sean, let me help you, man.
Ingram
You're-
had as
you're
leader
trying to
of the
be-
opposition,
you're trying to do it politics-wise.
as Minnis had as
Sean,
leader of the opposition.
Sean,
And I'm not saying
Sean,
to be them, you know.
Sean.
Embarrass it again.
There's an
Sean.
influence and there's a level
He
of
can't-
leadership.
he can't-
that
he can't get the people to come
asserted
together.
himself. He can't galvanize
he
the
can't
people.
do it.
Go ahead.
He can't do it.
We sent Tito.
Let me tell you why. When you go into war and you on the battlefield, and that dude stand over there with 50 people, and the fellow on the next side, like the dude on the next side who in leadership right now, he ain't even got to do no damage. He got those guys, his generals in the back there. They waking the ground. They got the people behind them. We ain't even talking about him himself. What is he doing in his area to get the people together
All of you-
and rally? The,
Or maybe he's
That's
just
my
not doing
point.
enough.
I don't know.
that's my
What
point.
is enough though? But here's my thing. What are you comparing it to? Like
Okay.
What is your measuring stick?
Okay. Anytime is getting close to election,
When is the election?
Now,
election is next year. We
No,
are
election's
in
now.
election season.
right now.
Anytime,
It's playoffs.
anytime you're getting close to election, the conversation is always sparked between the two different leaders: the present prime minister, and the leader of the opposition. Like the back and forward and the confidence people verbally expressed in their leaders during the election period, like last election, you get the conversation with the FNMs, but they talking about their leader. The conversation with the PLPs, they talking about their leader. You know what is being said about most FNMs who I know are staunch FNMs and who support their party to no matter what. You know what they are saying? Well, I think the PLP. You would never hear them say that.
I think one of the challenges of
They are saying our leadership is not strong enough to win this election. Not that he isn't a good man, not that he's a good leader. He's not strong enough.
I used to do that, Sean.
I'm a member.
I just try to walk it down before you tear it down.
I can
If you tear it down,
I ain't saying that, you know. That's what the people are saying.
I can say this as a member of the orange economy. I'm about orange economy. So is you. In the orange economy, it used to be Kingsman. He ain't there no more. But as an artist, I believe Pintard may be a victim, like what the boy name Alfonso Ribeiro. That's his name.
I don't know you been in.
Carlton.
Oh.
Fresh Prince.
Right.
He was lamenting on TV sometime back on some interviews that he hates his role as Carlton because it limited him from getting any other role. Because whenever people saw him,
That's all they saw him as.
they saw him as Carlton. So he couldn't get, he wouldn't get called for auditions. He wouldn't get called for parts because that role he did as Carlton.
He was so good
branded
at
him.
it, and it branded him.
It branded him. Same as Urkel. It branded him. I think, honestly, subconsciously, I think a lot of persons they see Pintard as who he was in Orange County, who he was as an actor, as a playwright. And I don't think he's making, people are giving him a chance to have that. I don't think he's being taken seriously. Bottom line, I don't think he's being taken seriously because there's a view already framed of who he is.
You have to do something.
A preconceived notion. So
A preconceived notion
A
of who he is.
preconceived notion. So you like back
And
to my point.
so
You're not giving him.
I
You're
think
not giving him a fair
he
shake.
have a harder job to do to sell this thing. Like I mean,
And that's
look
what
at
being a leader is.
look at what Donald Trump had to do. let me say this, and I understand not celebrating Donald Trump, but Donald Trump totally departed from who he was, what people knew him as 20 years ago.
Right.
Because people who knew him 20 years ago talk about how cool he was, hanging with the African Americans, all these people, all these boys, some of this and that. All these rappers love Donald Trump. Now we got this fella with this mad face on, this a totally different image. And it almost feels as though Pinta would need to do that kind of transformation, like to create a different image in order for the masses. I ain't saying as a fact. I'm wondering if that's the case. Let me say that.
Does he need to become a Lincoln?
I don't know. I'm wondering if it is.
Why do I have to be somebody else to be a leader? Why can't I lead in my own style?
But if we get locked into that brand, then we may not be able to we may not be able to make
But who fault is that?
Your job is
But you
to
gotta win us.
convince me that you're just smart, but that you have everything it takes to lead this country to where it needs to go. And you got and not only that people will respect you as a leader.
I think he may
and have
need
confidence in you as
I
a
think
leader.
he may need help with his branding.
And that may be it. Not that he is incapable.
And I just saying he may need help with the branding. Because a lot of people saying this when you ask, and I saying this, I ain't saying this generic, I saying for real. A lot of people saying, but I can't see Pinta as no prime minister. You just hearing that line.
Saying.
I don't know and why. They ain't saying why, They're saying, I can't see him as no prime minister.
So, like last election, before minister won, they never said they can't see him as prime minister. No, they were saying, but minister.
No, they didn't say that too though.
No, hold on. The majority of people was just saying he has no charisma.
It's always something.
But they were always saying,
something.
But he had some. Hold on, he had something that they held on to. They say he is a successful businessman, and maybe we need. He presented something.
Y'all get your ask for.
He presented something different.
Competent
and so
authority.
that's why.
Oh boy, now Carlo becoming Tito.
Yeah, you'll get your ask
Carlo
for.
pressure getting up.
Competent authority. But here's my thing, right? Y'all got.
But there's no question about Braves leadership. There's no question about.
But y'all you see, y'all have to stop because you be interested, Tito, to listen to this because y'all the same one saying, yeah, Brave can't talk, Brave don't know how to speak, Dave can't capture Brave can't capture no audience. Now all of a sudden, y'all gotta stop. Y'all be into
Dennis couldn't talk. Ingham wasn't no talk either.
Brave good dog now.
Brave is getting better at talking, I can tell you that.
Ain't nobody care. I don't care whether you can talk or not, because all the talkers ain't doing nothing themselves.
But he is showing that.
I say that to say that y'all always got to nitpick on something until you give the gentleman or whoever it is an opportunity to prove himself. So what I sitting there saying is, before we pass judgment and say that we can't see Michael Bendard as a leader, give the man a fair shake. That's it. That's all.
You feel he's doing an excellent job as the leader of opposition?
I don't really pay attention to the leader of opposition.
But you can't be coming on the show talking if you ain't paying attention.
But you ain't giving him out a fair shake.
Carlo, I ain't no lie. 20 years ago,
y'all gotta stop.
we had the liberty to.
Y'all is fine.
No, listen
fault
to me.
in everybody.
Carlo, how old you is now, Carlo?
42.
You think you have time to fool around?
You need to apologize.
That's my point. I ain't got time to give you time. This go time.
This go time, bro.
Ain't no time to see whether you can lead,
go
buddy.
time.
This area we in is now.
You should have already convinced the people of your leadership at this point.
See if you could get it
you ain't vying for MP, You are vying to be the leader, the prime minister of this country. This is no time to give you a chance.
People like me and Sean, they should always come see us. We have the AF people. No, y'all laughing, talking joke, like serious, real talk. Like,
I digress.
No, hear me out.
I digress.
How much people we see on the average that we actually in their air every week? Where are we talking nonsense? You know, barbers are very pivotal and crucial to the society of this country,
And this
is why I'm so upset with Wayne.
Oh, Lord. Wayne, please get back in this manship, for God's sake.
If he was a little bit smart.
I wouldn't talk about you like this, Wayne, if you was to come to me.
Got almost 300 clients, Pastor.
Yeah.
You would think, and not regular clients. I got a place where you can sit and chill and hover in your suit.
Right.
You ain't gonna sweat, you can get your little pastry. You don't even put your foot in there. You can wind down from the crime again around.
If there's anybody listening who has access to Wayne Monroe,
it's too late for him.
Please encourage the honorable.
It's too late for him, Pastor. Now you have to put the $50 in the shirt.
Please.
That's all you wait. That's all you wait.
I only give an example. It's too late for him.
Please ask Wayne Monroe to go to the barber on the corner
Mr. Ron,
I have no appointments
Shirley
available.
Street
Mr. Monroe.
and Kemp Road.
I have
Please.
no appointments available.
Fowler Street. Oh,
Fowler
that's-
Street, Kemp
Shirley-
Road,
Shirley-
Shirley
yeah.
Street, on the corner there, please. But next to Fine Image, please.
He can visit my second location
Mr.
on the end of
Please,
Camp
Mr.
Road
Monroe.
and Wolf Road.
I am pleading with you, please stop by that. If you are listening and you have
Ask for Lil Kenny. Tell him go to the next end of Shirley Street. Don't come down this way. Go on the next end.
Listen.
Ask for Lil Kenny.
All they saying is, right, if we be honest with ourselves, before anybody gets there,
Just ask for Lil Kenny.
yeah, Tito, you know sense. Before any of the in my era, in the conversations in the barbershop and all these other things, before any of those, the Perry Christie's, the Euban Minners, the England for the second time, before any of those got into the chair, there's always something said about them. It's always easy to pick at somebody's weakness and disregard their strengths because in our minds, their weakness overshadowed their strengths. So all I'm asking you is, all I'm saying is, let's be more, the word is taken for, just be more open to give people the opportunity to show their strengths. You ain't sitting there watching the House Assembly every day. When they come to the barbershop, you have it on ESPN. Well, Parliament, I think it was on Wednesday. Did you watch? On Wednesday?
I was listening to the budget.
Not all the time.
And he's interrupting plenty times, Mr. Pinta.
I ain't gonna that budget would come on. It's pretty good.
So you don't tell me what I watch.
I say when I go in the barbershop, I don't see it. That's all I say.
The budget don't be on Friday morning.
And then you don't need the budget.
The house don't come on 7:30 Friday morning.
You can replay it.
Okay?
Carlo,
You can replay it.
did you see
You can replay it.
Ingram before he was Ingram?
Ever.
Before he did his first term?
I was-
You saw him standing on the roof of the car and the people just rally around him. He's speaking and he's talking out the
But
crow's nest.
you gotta put.
Your boy can't even get 10 people standing around him to listen to him.
Y'all gotta stop. You have to stop. But then you have
the carnival.
You have the oranges versus oranges, not apples and oranges. That was a different time.
No, I noticed. Y'all notice the bishop is very quiet during this
You all are
conversation.
very engaged, and I just, I come in. I don't
Talking about being a part of the orange community. That's the first thing he had to say all day. But be a part of the orange community. What? Talking about orange and apples.
I was shaking.
I watching you. I watching you, Bishop.
I was trying to make a case that y'all, I was agreeing with Brother Ramsey that y'all ain't giving Brother
But let
Pintat
it be.
a charge.
Now, I don't want you try to paint a picture here, so that I have a problem with Mr. Michael Pintat.
No, you don't have a problem with him. You think he's a good person.
He's a great
he's
person.
just not a leader for you.
I just don't feel
He's brave enough for you.
he is enough.
He ain't brave enough.
You're brave enough.
I don't
for him.
feel.
He's not brave
I don't
enough?
feel
You
he
don't,
is.
you don't think he's brave?
Let me tell you something.
You don't think
He's not brave enough for Sean.
Listen to us. I was the
Say it
last
again.
man holding out. I was the last man holding out. I can tell what type of show this is now. I was the last man holding out in this show. I was forward never, backward never.
Ever.
No.
You best what I just said.
Well, he was.
Got you.
Cheers was here. Because Cheers didn't come yet, but Cheers was here. I was fighting.
Right.
I even bring a little piece of red today and all. But after the day, I was the last one holding out.
You got?
I can tell what type of show this is now.
What are we talking about? I don't know what we're talking about.
The color close.
What do you
Color in the room close.
What do you apply?
No, like I said, the color in the room close. I can leave that like that.
Carlo, your point not taken. He named leader. Let me do it small.
Exactly.
Carlo, your point not taken. He named leader. Lead simple. That's the problem with him now. These handpicked leaders and not someone who paid their dues.
I wish y'all would stop, man. I don't understand. But I digress. I done. Everybody entitled their opinion. All I say is give the man a fair shake. Anybody in any position, give him a fair shake. You gotta do it, Paul. Just sits up.
Let me say something
You have
else.
4 years.
I intro this in here, and I still feel the same way. Let me put it for the record that I still want Lincoln Bain to get a seat in the House Assembly.
You do.
I'll put it on the record.
You open that up for discussion.
No, that's my point of view.
Suck it.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
You
Why,
don't even-
why would you want
You
Lincoln to get a
want
seat in the
Lincoln to
House
get a seat
Assembly?
now.
You don't.
Because Lincoln is a disruptor. Lincoln does his own work. Lincoln's going to challenge.
You don't think the
Lincoln is
House
going to
Assembly have enough disruption?
I don't know if it's
Do the world lead hurricanes?
if it's to the point where it needs to be.
Yeah,
Okay, then.
clean up.
Yeah,
then.
I think we need it. Somebody's going.
So you were saying, this is what you help me to understand. You need him in the House, not as the leader of the nation, but to at least be someone in opposition to disrupt.
I'm not going to answer your question. I said, I was very clear.
You don't want to be the leader of the nation?
I
John?
was very clear.
I was
I
asking
said, I want
I just trying
Lincoln
to figure
Bain in the House of Assembly. And if he ever walks on this show, I'm going to tell him that.
I think you said that then before.
I would also say to him, I wouldn't have ran a whole slate of candidates. I say that now, and I'm going to say it when he comes on the show. I don't think he should.
Get your strong pocket and hit it out.
Get one little band of strong men and women.
And help keep
run
the
that.
feet to the fire.
Absolutely.
Got you.
That makes sense. You know?
Say, give up, Lord. What is this?
Bishop might give up, Lord, what is this?
Y'all gotta stop. Y'all gotta stop, bro. I don't understand.
Why? Nayoshi, why you give up?
Yeah, man.
Nayoshi talk to us. Nayoshi talk to us. Nayoshi.
Yo, I don't understand.
And Nayoshi, I gotta add you on my
So
Facebook page.
let me ask a question. Let me just ask. I want to go back to this leadership thing again. Let me just ask a question.
Oh boy, you're just getting you. Go ahead.
No, because the Right Honorable Lyndon Oscar Binley. How old was he when he was elected Prime Minister?
We know we mentioned age now. We never mentioned age.
No.
He was in his 30s.
Follow me. What did he lead prior to being Prime Minister?
The people.
Which people?
One of the points that I got to support Kenyatta's point. From Kenyatta's point, he mentioned that the ability to galvanize the people. Who mentioned Ingram on the car, standing on the car?
I have a video because I can play it in the group.
Right. So the ability.
But you have the video?
That when he starts speaking, people just start listening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like have the ability to just grab the people.
Agreed. Right.
That's leadership.
That's what
That's influential leadership. Yeah.
That's where I was going.
Yeah.
Right. So now, when you have somebody that has that type of demeanor,
Gravitas.
right? That type of demeanor, right? And somebody that's totally opposite. That means that person that's totally opposite is incapable of being a good leader.
No, that means the person who's total opposite. You have something else. You gotta have something else. Then, if you don't have that, you gotta have something else. What do you have?
Yeah, what do you have?
I don't know, ask the question.
Because there's that power.
Where our strength is?
Like, I mean, come on. You have some pastors. You look at them; they flamboyant from a certain standpoint, charismatic. Some others, you look at them, you listen to them talk, and you start to fall asleep, but they change book it out. So obviously they have something else.
Has to draw the people.
Comfortable chairs, apparently.
Something about you has to draw the people.
But it's something, I mean.
Everybody up their way getting on top.
It's a lot,
Everybody ain't got
right.
charisma, but
Right.
something about you, like for Minutes, it was his successful business life.
I think some people like the fact that
and then he was not
Minister
afraid.
paid Cole.
And he was not afraid to stand in the face of the giants.
And some people like that, Minister paid Cole like no nonsense. And some people like that. Let me say the leaders of before fought and set a standard in which the Bahamian people gravitated to. I see Pintar as one that is trying to force an image of someone he is not. It's a powerful statement, Reggie.
Let me say this, Pastor.
Let me get this. Don't forget your point.
No, wait.
Carlo.
No.
Let me read it first.
No,
let me read what she said. Carlo. If you're gonna put Ping and Pintard in the same statement, Delton, turn his mic off now, because he will cause me have to say Hail Marys.
I never got Pendania. See, don't do that.
I think she's warning you.
I never said
she's warning you. She's telling you don't do it.
I asked a question. I got the answer I wanted, and then I asked if a person that's opposite that. I never say who the person is or what the person is. I never said
the
that.
problem is who you was talking about.
No,
prior.
I ain't talking about. I was just trying to compare leadership skills.
Is he just trying to make sure you ain't trying to compare?
Comparing leadership styles. That's it. Y'all got to stop, man.
Tito, we got you off. You saying?
You ever had a term, and I may have came up with it. What is this today? What is this today? I don't understand.
That I came up with. What's your term, Tito?
To wear your confidence.
To wear your confidence.
To wear your confidence.
Go for it.
You got some people. I'll use some people. You got some people. They
I use it.
Big in nature.
I use it that Sunday. You
right?
ever heard this? I'm not
big in nature, right? And you would never put this get up close together. But this person wear it so much because they believe what they got on look good. They make it look good. You got some people just wear their confidence. They're so confident that they wear it on them, and no matter what they put on, it's just something about them that they walk into a room and they command the room.
You think you make that up? The command the room statement?
No, you're talking about wearing your confidence.
That's the line.
That's your line?
Yeah. You must admit it's
Put
pretty
on your
good.
confidence, boy.
Because you could be confident.
You need to brand it
but
for somebody
some people might do wear it like it's theirs. You could be confident, but some like owning your own confidence. Like no matter what I put on this shirt, and you might do like this shirt, but I can make this shirt look good.
Bingo. I bet you, bro.
Like, ain't no shirt can make me look good. I can make the shirt look good.
Do we?
Where your confidence?
I thought about this, and I still waiting though, and I listened to the budget communication and listened to the comments of the Prime Minister, listened to all of that good stuff.
I leave it
But-
early tonight.
but I am.
Disrespectful.
I was looking for something big though. I think we need a big thing, and I hope some big thing come in. We need a big thing, and this is
15
this
minutes,
in PLP,
15
this in F&M, this everybody. But you got to be honest. You can't just get up and go. You got to give
15
someone like
minutes,
say I got
7:30.
5 minutes, I got 10 minutes.
I didn't realize I already 17 minutes late.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, we can.
7:30.
I have something to go to.
Yeah, we're all leaving together.
7:30.
I can't
Yeah.
go to 7:30.
We go to
It's
7:30.
a short rehearsal.
Yeah, well,
I asking you, I asking
I
you.
shot this. Do it again. You start off here and you bring that all the way down here.
So you know that short.
Yeah.
Some
It's-
roads say
it's
got no
not-
measurements.
Right.
But he is.
You bring that back.
I trying to
You
figure
bring
out.
the weight.
I trying to figure out how long is time rehearsal. When you if you're doing it bad, you gotta go again. And if you don't get it right, you gotta go again.
Tell it right.
Tell it right.
Absolutely.
So it's really no time. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This is really a
you
run
off.
through.
Boom, 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 boom. Yeah.
So what?
Now it's a run through.
1 month.
Anyway, I think we need a big idea. We need a big idea. We need something big, especially now. We ain't talked about this yet. When you see what's going on down in Iran, we need to produce something, man. We need to be producing something. I heard about the incentives and some things he said about farmers that they're doing. I heard some good things I heard, but I think we may need to take a risk on something big as a nation.
You saying it right, Pastor. But I don't think it's farming. Like you say, we need something that is us, that we know that the world needs.
Bingo. I
You can't do without it.
I don't know what it's going to be,
Let me say it's
but
tourism.
Man, everyone doing that ain't an it factor though. Everyone doing tourism.
yeah.
Not like saying, "Oh boy, I'm going to open a barbershop," but there's plenty of barbershop around here.
It's we need and I don't know if we could vote somebody out because they don't have it, because you really need God, you need insight, you need the Holy Spirit to give you directions to
Definitely.
what that it can be.
Definitely.
But we need to tap into something. I know we are all afraid of that whole oil thing, and because of the balance with the whole sea life and everything like that, so we don't drill for the oil, whatever the case is. And you know, a part of me is excited about Anglo, but I heard about that.
What it is, Lincoln say we up, plenty up.
Aragonite.
Carbon credits, eh?
Well, we do have the carbon credits as well. But
My problem with them when they cut the deal, they don't cut the deal for humans to benefit. You understand what I say? Like, if you live in Dubai and you was a citizen, I'm sure they say it's something like when the oil comes out, everyone gets some type of dividends quarterly or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So you wouldn't mind if, God forbid, the reefs get messed up because, no, I being real.
If you
Because
get somebody-
every quarter I get,
No,
hear what I'm saying. I not meaning like that, but I'm saying to you,
no, I think you have to say the way you said it. I mean, honestly, what you said is it's cool and people jump at you, but it's the truth. The truth is that if you go into this, I can help you. If you go into this, you need to, like, one investor asked me one time, he said, listen, the reality is everybody want an omelet, but ain't nobody want to crack the egg.
I don't really eat omelet.
You got it. Well, you straight. But if we go that route, I see what you're saying. Let's make sure we get on $5 billion or $10 billion, whatever the case is, something to get us out of debt. But then is that
He ain't talking about that. He talking about
no,
he want his own money.
No, I think what he's saying is that let's say we go into oil, and there's a major oil spill, the line busts and oil come out the water and destroy our coral reef. Destroy. That means like a mash up our tourism industry. That's what I mean.
that's what
Tourism will be
over,
mashed up.
over.
Well, I shouldn't say be totally mashed up. The hotels may still be okay, but that whole boating industry, that oil elements in boating are gone.
And
So
that's
what
big.
Tito's saying is, let's make sure we get enough from that disaster that we keep rocking and rolling.
And that's key.
Now, what is enough?
How much yours in that?
Billions. You got to be billions.
How much yours in that?
It's almost like carbon credits. Okay, let me give you a good
Gotta be the
example.
billions.
Like salt. Salt comes from which one of those islands? Salt.
In Agua.
How much you paying for a box of salt?
$2 and change.
How much salt costs in America?
Nah, sure.
If that's the same salt company, there's no way. There's no way we paying the same thing they paying. The one benefit it should be at least is we paying 50 cents a box. I just draw an example. Because salt coming from right here. But there's no benefit from the salt coming from right here. It don't touch us.
If you buy it in the bag, it's cheap more.
I'm saying, but it don't touch us. And it coming from right here. We paying them the same thing they paying over the road.
But I don't know what the deal is. I always wonder what that deal is that they're getting for Morton Salt. What's the deal? What's the country getting for them doing it? I don't know what it is. I remember asking this question like back when Bacardi plant was on Bacardi Road. When I found out that the Bahamas don't get Bacardi from the Bacardi plant. We got a ship in Bacardi. Back when they had the plant.
That's make you be like what?
I said, who cooked that deal?
But that's the same deal for the salt, eh?
I think it's right. It's the same deal.
That's what you saying. Like,
But it was a same deal. And then they had the orange farm back in the day. It was a same deal with the orange farm, eh?
Probably too. I don't know. I mean, I don't know what the full deal is. I don't know, but that seems crazy to me.
What is it like? Let us benefit if you got the deal.
My thing is, if y'all getting our salt, we should get salt for free. You should save.
If you drench in sand from here,
save 5-10 million boxes of salt. Stay here.
What a bag of sand cost here?
But I mean, I
just give an example again. We can't be paying the same price here for sand, and the sand's leave from and the guy across the road.
If I'm mistaken,
getting it cheaper, and the sand leaving me to go across the road.
I know the business model is, right? I'm 100% sure the business model is, right? But if I'm mistaken, in the liquor industry, there's some liquor that is produced in China, that is shipped to the United States, that is shipped back to China for sale.
I mean, it's the same thing what happened here with Bugatti, whatever.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that works.
So I'm not sure what the industry standard is. I guess it's always based on the negotiations. So if we shipping out at the Bahamas and we got to ship it back in, then there should be some kind of concessions for us, or something like that. It should be
something like the simple one for me. I have a problem when I see I'm taking tourists off the line in customs, in immigration, and tell them come on our line because our line's short. No. I don't get pulled off the line in the U.S.
No, you're gonna roll that line,
I gotta
go
roll
round
that
and
line.
round
I
and
said,
round.
no, when them tourists come, let them sit on that line, however long that is. Let me feel like I get something for being payment.
Yeah.
you get a different line.
Yeah, but then sometimes they bring them on our line, and I don't like that.
But then our business is tourism, so we gotta.
I don't care.
No.
Y'all stop that.
No,
Stop
I
that.
just tell you I don't care.
Yeah, but that's our business. So
I understand that, and you are right.
Services towards
But I still say I don't care because I said Miami. You ever been in Miami Airport in that immigration box?
Yeah, they're big.
I've been there for 2.5 hours one time, but
that ain't their main.
And I say to myself, I said, man, ain't nobody on that line. I said, ma'am, can I go on that line? Are you American?
I get an action right now.
So
when you go Orlando and you on the line in the theme park, you think they can let you go in front of an American because you is a tourist?
That's different, Tito.
What the difference is?
Because we're all there to experience.
So we ain't all here to come to the airport?
That's a comparison is the same. Is right.
We ain't all here to come to the airport?
No.
What's the benefit?
Because there's a line designated for tourists and there's a line designated.
So they should stay on their line.
Yeah,
stay on their line.
But if our business is tourism and the Bahamian line is shorter,
no, I disagree.
Just let them.
No,
let them go.
No.
Let them go.
I even get a problem. They go too fast through customs. Slow them down.
I can see you being out of your line long. They put the tourists on your line.
What's what Jack they back?
He noticed when he go in the back there and be doing a little woody line around the back there. And them other fellas go all the way around. Because they have the all the way around passport.
I don't get
you. You should call us all the way around.
Let me read these last two comments because Sean leaving. Let me last comments.
Sean, me right behind you.
95 cents for a box of Morton in Walmart. My goodness.
What does say?
He is make it look like he acting the book he write. Oh boy. You ain't see the government using the book against him? He make himself look weak when he didn't run Menace again. Menace give them a chance. Why cut his neck now? Make himself look weak and he fear Menace. I ain't gonna lie. That Menace move was a big one for a lot of people. Mm-hmm. People arguing for Menace who couldn't stand Menace as prime minister. But they ended up arguing for Menace saying, man, he shouldn't do that to Menace, man. So that was a big deal.
I know the whole story.
That's the response to the email. Oh, it's pretty fast, eh?
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's powerful. Should we ask the question, if Pintard seems to not qualify to contend with Brave, should he be the leader of F&M? That's a strong.
I think you missed it earlier when they said you need to call a convention.
Well, all this is a pure spec.
Saturday coming.
Yeah. We can see. I mean, I looking forward to
We
Thursday.
love you, Pintado. We love you.
I looking forward to Thursday to see what's going to happen. I get down to Freeport this week.
Robert and Thursday.
No, I'm supposed to roll their first set of candidates on Thursday.
Thursday coming?
Yeah.
As in the after tomorrow?
Yeah. That's what I saw. I'm going to Freeport.
When are you doing it?
Thursday.
Thursday.
Yeah, I want to see how this big project
You
gets
know, it's an NBA draft, right?
Tell the bit outside music, please.
Sure, just 2 minutes. That's actually
You ever
right
be
there.
him?
Listen,
NBA
thank you all.
draft.
VJ, yes, it'll be a big deal.
That's what we watching.
Everybody, thank you so much for tuning into the show. We should have a special guest next week. But Mr. Taylor got to confirm it to us.
Yeah, you know what?
With a full house.
No, I'll be
You know,
absent.
when you miss your time, you have to toe the line. I may have Mr. Fred Mitchell on you next week, you know?
That's what I'm talking about. Bring the big dog in the house.
We calling all the big boys.
So you jump over him as we don't jump over to us.
No, I ain't jumped the line.
You just didn't what?
He missed his appointment.
Oh, yeah, I tell you.
When my clients miss their appointment, they got to catch the next available appointment.
Say no more. Everybody, listen, a blaze is happening at Atlantis Club Crush. Please, if you sign them up, the week was $200. If you sign them up now, I think Tito can make sure they get a discount. They get a little discount. If they sign up for tomorrow.
We can have you on the show.
They get a discount.
You get a discount. Listen, it's
Big
from
discount.
8 to 8 from now until Sunday. 8 to 8 is going to be amazing. 3 meals, training sessions, wonderful activities. It's a beautiful, safe environment to get your children involved. If you're interested, 825-5433. 825-5433. Everybody, God bless you, man. Have a blessed night tonight. We can see you back next week. Yeah.
Tell me, boy, what you gonna do for the Lord? Oh, grandma, I come in the church. All the clothes them ready, all your friends they wait. See, I get up early, I could get a fresh start. Going down to the altar to give the Lord my